Here's a three-generation family business that goes back almost 100 years. Hub Folding Box Company. Tony DiRico, welcome to the Language of Business.
Nice to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
How do you have such a diverse customer base with folded cartons?
Well, it's kind of our strong point, actually. One of the things that when we moved from our original buildings in South Boston and built this new facility, we were able to put a lot of new technology into this facility. And when we put the new technology in, it allowed us to go out and be able to acquire these high-end customers. And so the reinvestment in the business afforded us the opportunity to widen our customer base.
How did you move from comparatively simple packaging to what you see behind you?
When we were in South Boston, we really, our primary businesses were frozen food and bakery. And those were the markets that we served. And the equipment that we had back in those days didn't really allow us to create this kind of high-end packaging. But when we moved here, we were able to invest in new technology, and the way we print today allows us to print on these really cool, exciting, sometimes expensive substrates to create these wonderful points of difference at retail, in terms of the packaging. And that really, the investment in the new technology and the new equipment kind of drove that opportunity to where we are today. Every one of these packages are different, and that's the exciting thing about coming to work every day. And for our clients, you're creating a new concept, a new idea all the time. That's what makes the industry fun.
As third generation, does your vision for the company differ?
It's funny, when you look back at my grandfather when he came over on the boat. He was a shoe shine boy outside a barbershop in New Haven, Connecticut, and worked for the first folding carton company in the United States. He was quite a guy. He developed the first six-pack bottle carrier, developed the concept of putting a cellophane window on a folding carton. With a company called International Paper Box Machine Company, we had the first automatic window machine in the world. The one thing that I think the vision that the third generation has for this business, that's very similar to what my father and my uncles and my grandfather had, is that customers are what makes our business important. And I think if we can listen to what our customer needs are and then invest properly to take care of those needs, then we're going to have a vibrant business for a long period of time.
Besides you as president and CEO, are there any other family members currently in the business?
We have a large group of family members here at Hub Folding Box, and that's the beauty of the business, working with your family. It was just up until in November, my uncle, Fred DiRico, worked till he was 96 years old as the president of the company. And he passed away, and he came to work every day. And my dad, coming up on 5 years of his passing, and he worked every day till his death. Hopefully that won't be the case in my shoes, but we'll see. But I have 4 cousins that are in the business, and myself, and the challenges, as you can imagine, is trying to just get everybody on the same page and focused on what we need to do. And I think we've been able to do that very well.
As younger people come into the business, how do you deal with old school versus new school of management?
Yeah. Well, I think, the kids today, they have this entitlement factor. And, trying to educate them that there's an importance for them to learn, and earn their position. It's challenging, but these young kids are smart, and they're energetic, and the technology is driving a lot of the ability to move things quicker. So, you just have to create, as an owner of the business and a senior manager, you have to create the environment in which these people or your team, your employees can go ahead and thrive. And I think we do a good job of that here. I think, one thing that our family is very proud of is the way we've reinvested in this business. Between 2006 and 2012, we spent over $40 million in CapEx. And we pride ourselves on the capital investment and the equipment that we have in our facility, reinvesting back into our business for our customers, for our business. The real truth of the matter is that without the people, the reinvestment in the people, we wouldn't be anything. I mean, you could take all the equipment that we have in the plant and put it in somebody else's plant, but without the people that we have, the team that we have here, we wouldn't be successful.
Even as a member of the family, is the younger generation willing to start on the production floor?
They have to. One of my cousins and myself, we're the only 2 that have children, and as he and I were both brought up, we had to work, we've both done every job in the plant, or we all have, and we both had to go out and work for another company for a period of time before we were allowed to come back and work here. So, yeah, the importance of, appreciating the opportunity of coming to work at your own business or a family business is important. Yeah, so I think you have to go through that.
Tony DiRico, the president and CEO of Hub Folding Box Company, using some out-of-the-box thinking for over 100 years.